we got that. We're recording. We're live now, right? We got that. Oh,
Damn it.
There you go. Yes.
And
It
there's
was
our
messed up. You might as well delete it all now.
there's our
Let's go ahead
amazing
and start over.
director.
There goes the Emmy.
These are our Radar Rangers. If you've never watched an episode of Off the Radar, hey guys.
Hi.
Hi.
Mark, you're ready to go today. A little
I am.
animated.
He's excited.
Yep.
What are you feeling a little jazzed up about for today?
The subject matter, I just love swimming.
Oh,
We're swimming today.
Mark's going straight to the deep end.
Do we have a pool here?
That's a clue.
Oh.
I like it. So, of course, all of our Radar Rangers here. We talk weather, and sometimes we don't talk weather here off the radar. We got our digital content producer, Tiffany. Good to see you, Tiffany.
Morning, guys. How you doing?
Good morning.
Great.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you decide to watch this.
Yes.
There you
Thanks,
go.
Tiffany.
That's a Kaylee Bauer special right there. And then in our control room, it's a little dark down there, but that's the way they like it. Alexis, our producer, Tim, our director.
Hey,
Aw.
we're here.
Yo.
Wow, Alexis.
Good thing. No, bring that box back up.
How's
With
that
with that much
coffee?
energy, we definitely want to keep on this shot.
Okay.
Our little, we call them our little chipmunks back there.
Alexis is only on her first cup of coffee.
Yeah, I
we'll
gotta
get it
fit
going.
The chipmunk will come out after we get halfway through this one.
All right,
gonna
we'll
wake
bring
you
the
up.
energy. Kaylee, you've put together a great show for us today. What are we going to be talking about? Mark, you were already like our lifeguard there. You were guiding us.
I'm prepared.
Okay.
So we are talking all things summer, but also fall. We
So
are saying,
long.
so long summer.
Oh,
That's
Look.
sad.
he's going to the beach. That one's going camping.
Maybe he's going to the camping on the beach.
Oh, he's packed up the surfboards for the summer and heading camping.
So before we go any further, I'm curious, are you guys, so it's the beginning of September, are you guys
Yep.
team summer still, or I'm ready for fall, y'all?
Fall, y'all.
That doesn't surprise me.
Now that it's September 1st, I'm ready for fall.
You're ready
Okay.
for the transition.
Yeah.
Mark, how you feeling?
I don't know. It's just sad.
I guess that would be team summer.
He went from 100
Well,
to 0 real
You
quick.
notice all those yellow jackets are out now, and you can't go to a cider mill and feel secure without getting stung.
Oh.
Yeah.
The beach.
Kaylee, you're at the.
Trash cans are dangerous at festivals.
Meanwhile, I'm
It's that
sitting here saying,
time
hey,
of
the
year.
butterflies are coming back through. It looks kind of
They're
nice.
here.
Kaylee, you were at Glass Bowl Wednesday, and we showed some food shots, and there was just
Yeah.
yellow jackets everywhere. Oh, it's scary.
Yeah.
Normally I'm like team summer. I usually get depressed around this time that summer's gone.
I thought this was interesting. Tim, you told me this earlier. You actually don't really love this time of the year,
I
huh?
don't love transitional seasons. I don't like fall. I don't like spring. I like.
This might be the end of the control room.
Wow. We might need to
We're usually on the same page. We are not right now.
This year we are on the same page because I'm feeling a little bit different this year.
Our little chipmunks back there. Okay.
Wow.
I'm ready.
Okay, Chippendale. By the way, they matched yesterday.
That's what they do.
They didn't
Strike
match
wins.
today.
Yeah. What do you got? I have purple.
Gray.
Okay. Anyways,
You should have been here yesterday.
you know what? Maybe matching later on this season.
What's that?
The leaves.
Oh, because we're getting ready for that.
For it's
Oh,
technically
so pretty.
Yay.
it's meteorological fall. Started on September.
Yeah, the
1st.
three warmest months of the year are over with June, July, and August. So we are now officially in the
Yeah.
transition season. So Alexis, for your PSLs or anything else you might be enjoying,
What's a PSL?
it's a pumpkin spice latte.
I am so proud.
I know my acronyms.
Dump it. Dump the spice.
Oh, Mark, you're not about this?
Not this year.
Not this year. Tiffany, you a PSL drinker?
I'm not a PSL hater. I mean, I'll have
Wow.
maybe one.
Mark, you
but-
just got called out there.
You've got kind of the autumn colors on today.
Yeah.
Does.
This was intentional.
Nicely done.
Yeah.
Love
We've
it.
still got a little time to wait. I'm just looking at the
Yeah.
colors here. We're not like the reds and the oranges. We're like
We are.
I've
Somewhere
seen
in, like,
a few
the late
trees
October.
getting orange, but only like in certain spots, like not the whole
Yeah.
tree.
So I was curious. Somebody else, Tiffany, was talking to me about that and said, I've seen just a little bit of color starting to change. That does not have really much to do with the season change just yet. It has to do with how far behind on rainfall we are. The trees are getting stressed.
Right.
Oh.
So if you see especially younger trees and you're starting to see the colors, it's because they're incredibly stressed out at how dry it is.
No, they're so
like a mood ring.
stressed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I usually ask y'all meteorologists this like every year. What leads to a more vibrant color season? Is it temperature, rainfall? Like if you get a really vibrant, why?
There's a little bit of
Yes.
both that goes into it, and you don't want to have a sudden freeze, especially when you've had a couple of frosts or something, because that's instantly going to close off those leaves and make them fall down. So
That's bad.
Yeah, you want to have a little bit of rainfall. You want to have some warmer days, but you also got to have that heavy dew in the morning too.
Nothing super windy that'll blow the leaves off,
That's true too.
Yeah, you know that'll happen.
or heavy rain.
Thanks,
You,
Mark.
you want to enjoy the colors, right?
Of course.
Go. Get back on a high note. So we're kind of still in fall. We're kind of still in summer.
Yeah, it's transition. Okay.
How about we talk about the pool, Mark?
I'm not ready to be done with the pool
I
yet.
heard rumors of the pool.
Oh,
You heard rumors.
you've heard rumors of the pool.
What rumors are these?
How many of you, just curious, how many of you actually jumped in a pool? Jumped in a pool this summer?
No.
I jumped in a lake.
Not a lake, yeah, but
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, I went to
Lakes,
the lake.
pool? Okay. Just curious.
You got to
No?
jump. Just get over
You never
it.
jumped in a pool this whole summer?
No, I step in.
You just torture
that's
yourself
sad.
slowly.
No,
Okay.
no, I'll go in quickly. I just
Mark's
don't
not wrong.
jump.
So what question do you have for our off the radar pool here?
So I asked our off the radar pool, how cold is too cold to jump into the pool? That's what I asked our radar rangers this week. You guys came up with some pretty interesting answers.
Did we have a little wide range?
Yes, actually. It was very interesting. So, of course, speaking of interesting, Ryan, you're going to
Yes.
go first.
What's that supposed to mean?
Because your answer is
32.
very interesting.
32 degrees, as long as it's not frozen, let's go, baby. Let's do it. I was a swimmer growing
You were.
up.
Oh, okay.
I've done several polar plunges before. One time they had to take chainsaws to cut holes in the ice.
Right.
Like, let's do it.
Remember, we had that in
Man.
the news back
Yeah.
in the day.
So cold water doesn't bother me. I spent so many years swimming in cold water. Is it my favorite all the time? No, but it's got to be really cold.
It's not 32 degrees you're swimming in.
That'd be difficult.
Yeah.
If you got some chemicals in the water, you can keep it going. All right.
That's like that cold plunge stuff that people do now. That's
See,
Yeah.
it's popular.
Yeah.
There's
Not for me.
nothing, I will say, there is nothing more exhilarating, and I mean this really, than doing like a polar plunge or a cold plunge. You get out of there, you do feel different. You feel
Well, some people like to
I'm
sleep
putting
in
out the
those,
challenge.
hang out in those
Yeah.
cold tubs.
You're what?
I'm
Tim
putting
Tim?
out the challenge. Radar Rangers, we're all
No.
going to do a polar plunge.
No.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yes.
No.
I'm telling you, you will never feel better in your life than when you get out and you get warmed back up. It feels incredible.
You know what? Off
Really
the
does.
radar, on the road.
Right.
Let's do it. Polar plunge this year. All right, Tim signed you all up.
Oh, great.
Thanks, Tim.
I'll sign my name in pencil and erase it. Up next. 79 degrees.
Oh.
It has
79 degrees. So you're going swimming today.
totally.
You like that bath
It'll be
water.
like 82 today.
Totally. It's, yeah, it has to be in the 80s for me to go swimming.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 79's too cold.
79 is where I hit the threshold. I'm like, nope, I'm done. I'm staying inside and turning the heat on.
Even on like a really sunny day, it feels warmer.
Well, okay, there's a difference. Would you sit in the pool or would you sit by the pool?
I don't know.
This I would still sit by the pool, but I'm not jumping in.
Okay, interesting. I have a feeling we're gonna have a lot of answers close.
There's a lot
If
of
you sat in the
loopholes.
pool, you'd be underwater.
What?
Yes. Anyways, Tim kind of agrees with me.
Yeah, mine's close.
What?
Our philosophies are very different, though, as far as like what we're talking about.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Well, Kaylee, go ahead and explain it, maybe, what I told you.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, but your parents' pool is covered by shade.
It's got a lot of shade.
so it's very cold. It's cold as ice.
Yes.
Is it as cold as?
Cold as ice.
what I'm
Sorry.
Keep going. No, zoom in. Keep it going.
No, don't zoom in.
Part where Alexis sings.
You started it.
Carry on.
But Tim, is that cold as what I was going to show you in Max 2?
Let's see. Let's take a look. Yeah. So.
Oh my God. Sorry,
So
I just saw
my
it.
parents' pool is very
Oh my gosh.
frozen. So anything below 80 degrees.
This is a real photo?
Yes, certainly.
100%.
Of course it
Clearly, it's
was.
real.
This was taken last
Absolutely.
week.
Yes. So anything colder than 80, and that thing is cold. So yeah.
How many hot
That
dog
is-
barbecues did you go to? You broke right through that ice. Look at that thing.
That ice looks
Look at
thick.
that. That looks like
Right.
thick ice. You cracked that thing up.
Otherwise, you're going to spray your
Did
foot.
anybody check on that guy?
Okay.
Now, listen, as somebody who's shattered his ankle before, this looks very painful.
At least you're not head first.
Get some tips from Ryan.
So yeah,
Bad idea.
anything below 80 is too much for me, or too cold for me.
Apparently. Wow, that was really cold. You're right, though. If you're out of the sun,
Yeah.
it makes a big, big difference.
It's freezing.
All right, who's next?
Now, Alexis, yours was
Whoa.
Yeah, I said like under 70s, like.
This shocks me.
I know.
But I asked Kaylee, I was like, but how warm is the pool? Like, I need to know if it's like a heated pool.
It's a hot tub.
Right, because that makes
Well, in that
a
case,
big
you can have the
difference.
32.
True. That's a hot tub then.
Well, no, because some people have heated pools that
Right.
get like
Yeah.
but it's not hot. Yeah, they get like I don't like when it's like bath water hot in a pool. It's gross.
It's
when
not
it's like warm
refreshing.
out,
Yeah.
it needs to be refreshing. But under 70, if the pool's like 80, I'm like, all right, I'm going
There's a
there.
balance
Very
Yeah.
to
specific.
it.
All right.
Now, Mark,
Yeah?
do you remember your answer?
Yeah.
It was.
What was it? Oh, Mark!
Yep.
Yay!
Just one tick above freezing.
Okay, so you wanted it just to be a little above freezing.
Just slightly.
So I'd be the last one in the pool this winter.
Well, in my situation, the pool has to be heated.
Oh.
I will go in it
Yeah.
if the pool's heated.
That makes
Oh,
a
so
big
this is one of those where like the steam's coming off
Yes.
the situation.
Like you go to some of those water parks
Yeah.
and it's like indoor, then you can go outside
Yeah.
in the winter time and enjoy the sky and all that stuff.
Well, if it's that cold, if you got that sort of heated pool, let's do 0.
but a
Like,
lazy river
that's
would be
true.
even better.
Indoor pool.
a heated lazy river
Yeah.
like that, that'd be crazy.
You're
I'm
onto
with you,
something.
Mark. If it's
A
warm
hot
enough,
tub
the
when you're
water's
skiing
warmer
and
than
it's
the
snowing
pool.
is literally the best thing ever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's just getting out that would be the issue. You got to go fast.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, you're light on the toes.
Yeah. For
Okay.
your situation, I need a sauna first
A sauna.
and then jump in your icy.
No, that would
Bath.
make it worse.
Oh, no, no.
Yeah, I
that
feel like
feels
that
good,
would make
actually.
Ooh, no. I
Oh,
want the sauna
yes.
afterwards.
Yeah,
No, sauna first, then icy water.
That's
gonna
how
have to
you
talk
get
to you
it
about
cold.
sauna.
You don't know, and
think
you
you're
don't
supposed to do it
understand the
the other
Finnish
way.
tradition.
Apparently not.
Okay.
All
Okay,
right,
who's
Tiffany,
next?
save us with your 65.
Oh, Tiffany.
Yeah.
Going hardcore.
Going hardcore. I feel like yours is pretty hardcore.
65 is pretty good.
Yeah, I feel like I'm with Alexis. If it's between 65 and 70, that's okay. But if it's any colder than that, like I'm not gonna make it.
It really takes the right atmosphere. It takes the
Like
the sunshine
sunny.
just makes
Yeah.
a ginormous difference.
Because like you have to take into account the shade, and
Mm-hmm.
if there is shade, it's definitely gonna be colder than what it is.
Yeah, 65 in shade is cold.
Yeah.
But
65 in
65 in
shade is-
sun is
65 and
comfortable.
sunny, I'm there.
Yeah.
We had some, when I was a swimmer, we had swim meets outdoors like at late May or very early June at a couple pools. They were unheated pools. That was still really, really cold.
Yeah.
I would say those were really cold. So
That's
I'm
the
with you.
winter.
Sunshine and a heated pool. Those are the two things you really need.
Very
Okay.
interesting answers, Rangers.
Glad to know when we build our swimming pool here at the TV station, we'll know exactly how to build it.
Right.
Good. In the sun, make sure we got a heater for it. Good.
And hopefully we,
sure the
uh,
bosses are listening.
Sure.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Hopefully we're not looking like Tim Tim.
What's
Why?
that?
Well, can you, his little.
Oh, him
Pull
jumping on the
back
ice
up.
thing?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Up.
yeah. Yeah.
His little.
Oh, he looks pretty good. I've never seen a trampoline pool before, but this is about as close as I could.
I don't know where I jumped from. Like
Yeah, like
The
what?
edge.
Oh, there's a diving board from the
guess.
high dive.
I don't remember because I hit the ice. Yeah.
Also, you're swimming in your glasses.
I do actually swim with my glasses.
Do you really?
Really?
I can't see.
I can't see otherwise.
They're his goggles.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Been there. Been there.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
Fun. All right. Well, summer's going goodbye one way or another, but some of us will hang on to the swimming pool a little longer.
Bye-bye, summer.
Yeah.
Yay,
Bye-bye.
sweatshirts. Woo!
Sweater weather.
Alexis, what is it called? It is sweater.
Sweater weather. Yeah. Sweater weather.
Sweater weather.
Sweater weather.
Sweatshirts, hoodies.
We got a weather term today?
Our weather word of the week, if we can take max two.
certainly
Ryan,
can.
what is it?
That's not fair. It's 2 words. It's
We have 2 words.
supposed to be weather word.
Okay, then just
Words,
pick one
Read
word.
it as one
This is
word.
unstable air as I get my nerd glasses on right there. This is air that rises easily and can form clouds, rain, and thunderstorms. That's your weather word of the week.
You added some words.
Yeah.
Well, I thought you could do all sorts of stuff. You could have all sorts of different unstable air masses. So there you go.
You're yelling at me for adding a word.
That wasn't me. That was alter ego. That was the weather geek guy.
add a word
adding
day.
it in there.
There's a difference. Anyways,
We're going to be right back. It's a 2-minute break here. Stay
Don't
with us
go
here on Off the
anywhere.
Radar. Welcome back in, off the radar here. This next segment's probably not going to go very well for me, but let's do it
see.
anyway, Kaylee.
I can't believe it's the beginning of September.
Yep.
So we are checking in with our wild weather predictions that we made back in January.
Do you guys remember this episode where we all sat down and we had to make like a prediction about something that was going to happen in the weather locally? I think it was locally, right? This winter?
I do.
Or actually for the
Yeah.
whole year.
Yeah, the whole year.
Kind of an easy one.
Do we remember that?
Mine was dumb.
Anybody there?
Hello?
Hello?
Tim. Hello.
Oh, Tim.
There we go.
Oh,
There we go.
he was like that.
Me too. That was in director mode at the point at that time.
He was
It's okay.
talking. You just missed it.
I was miming it. No, I remember I had an easy prediction. I think.
Which is
We
why
all-
I'm covering it.
Right. Yep.
I went for a little more of them. So let's go down the line here. Let's see how we did.
So some of ours is still in progress. Ryan, what was yours?
So mine was we were going to have more 90-degree days than below freezing days.
And Tim, you can go ahead and take max 2 for this.
Oh.
For so far, for below freezing days, we've seen about
31.
31.
So we had 31 days below freezing. That's overnight lows, right?
Yes. No, those
Okay.
are
Or
highs.
daytime highs.
Those
yeah.
are
daytime
daytime
highs below freezing.
So as far as 90-degree days, we've seen so far, when the clicker decides to go, 22.
Oh.
Wah, wah.
That's
This was a
surprising.
bold.
That is
This
surprising.
was kind of a
Doesn't seem
bold
like it.
prediction.
This was a hot summer in my opinion, so I'm surprised by that.
I know.
And I didn't feel like it was that cold.
Right.
Yeah.
We tend to be colder than warmer around
Yeah.
here.
Welcome
like
to Ohio.
There were a few summers, like when I was a kid, where we
Yeah.
reached well over 100 for like a week straight. Like, and we haven't had that in a while.
You're talking about the most recent one where we did that would be like 2012.
Yeah.
Was a big one where we had multiple days above 100 degrees. Now keep in mind, we only average 19 90-degree days every year. So I knew we were
above.
going to have to
Really?
go like crazy above on
Hot.
the number to make it happen.
So it's been hot, technically.
It has been hot. Well, I mean, in July, 1/3 of your days in July were above 90 degrees.
That's very
That's
hot.
that's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just couldn't get there. Wah, wah.
You're still not out of the
I was gonna say,
running
the year's
yet.
gone over.
I'm
right?
definitely out of the run.
Well, I didn't check you off.
You could go ahead
I
and
didn't
put a big
crush-
old. Well, I'll do it for you. We'll put a big old fat right through it. Ain't gonna happen.
I'm still optimistic for him.
Okay.
We could still see some cooler days. I'll tell you what, I'm not as optimistic with mine though.
Okay, what do you got?
So I said over 60 tornadoes in Ohio.
That was aggressive.
Yeah, we saw record-breaking tornadoes in 2024 where we saw 74 tornadoes.
You thought we were gonna have back-to-back big years?
You know, sometimes one can only not hope. This year so far, we've had 26.
The year's not done.
Exactly, so I'm not checked off just yet. But this was really interesting. I was looking online yesterday. As far as tornado totals go for 2024, by the
Yeah.
time we saw 26, we were only in April,
Wow.
which is really
So
interesting.
we still had all that to go.
And then it just.
Can we go ahead and not break that?
Yeah.
Or-
Right,
let's go
yeah.
ahead and
Need to.
not break
I don't want to break it.
Yep. You said not hope. That was a good way to phrase
Exactly.
that. Yeah. Picked up on that.
But we do still have secondary severe weather season coming. We've had some big Octobers and more notably bigger Novembers
Oh.
as you get some cold fronts sweeping through. You go back to 2002, you go back to 2013 and 2017.
Yeah.
3 big Novembers with tornado days in Ohio. So it is
Let's-
possible still.
Let's hope not, though. But Tim, do you remember yours?
I do.
What is it?
It was.
This was the weakest sauce that was ever.
Yes,
this
it
is
was
this
gonna
is
go from
watered down
80s
if I've
to
ever seen
30s
one.
in 1 week in April. That was
So-
an easy one. I don't know. I didn't think that well.
So Ryan, you were off the last time we did our prediction check-in.
Yeah.
Would you give this to Tim or not?
I probably would go ahead and delete it and let Tiffany take a guess and take a spot.
Would be so
Right. This is before
kind of
Tiffany
you.
was part of the dealio, right? But she did do one later, right?
Yes, we have Tiffany and Mark's in a moment.
do? Oh,
we do.
okay.
Yes.
All right.
So Tim,
All right, fine. Tim, you got it.
Tim technically got it.
Whatever.
Whoa,
Okay,
I like
Alexa,
that.
I got a
Check mark.
check mark.
Alexis.
I did not.
Alexis has
You're
no hope.
verified.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, I get no. Oh, great. Thanks.
You just get the straight up X. You're gone. No measurable snow. As
no.
wimpy as this winter was, and it was wimpy.
It's true.
Second least snowiest winter.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it wasn't like that far off.
We still had measurable snow.
Yeah, it's
Barely.
The question is, would you rather have the prediction or Golden Doppler award? And as we all know,
well, Tim.
You ain't getting that either.
then
Hey, whoa! Nominations are going to be sent in soon.
they're coming
Remember, the
up.
Golden
That's true. We're
Dopplers
getting
were
into
in
that season.
February.
Bug.
We're only a little ways off of it. You could apply again.
Nah.
Maybe you'll win on a technicality like you did with this.
still a little bitter. but
Anyways.
A little? Okay, what's next?
Anyways,
Okay, what do we got?
so we still have other predictions as well
Okay,
too. Like I
yep.
mentioned, Tim Miller was here
Oh.
last time.
He said we'd have an active.
We'd
what?
have an active
Jeez,
hurricane
Dude, Tim Miller,
season.
dirty like this. He's not even on the show.
Don't we always have an
Well,
active?
he checked in
guy.
last time. So as far as Max 2, real quick, Tim, we've had 4 named storms so far for the hurricane season. Andrea, Barry, Chantal, and Dexter.
Didn't we have Aaron? The one that went up the East Coast?
Just is that still happening or?
We
Giant-
did,
the
never
giant
mind.
One.
we've had 5 name storms.
There you go. 5 named
Named
storms.
storms.
Okay, there
So
you go.
active,
There
so
you
active.
go.
Tiffany, speaking of big storms,
Yeah.
Big
She
snowstorm.
gets the X too,
This
right?
could still happen.
You gotta give her the X.
We
It
haven't even
could
hit-
still happen.
Alexis,
oh, she's just upset.
I got the X. She's gonna have the
yours
X.
was wrong.
No measurable snow. She's gonna have a lot of measurable snow.
Okay.
couldn't.
We
When-
don't get big storms in December.
When
It's
did she-
never even snowy.
When did she make that prediction?
This would have been April.
Yeah.
So of course there hasn't been anything yet.
Yeah, Alexis,
Well,
drink
Whatever.
your coffee.
Wake up already.
Really good.
We
Maybe
believe in you,
October.
Tiffany.
Thank you.
And Mark, you made your prediction of the hottest hot dog contest.
What?
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I don't remember how that worked out.
So Tim, you
All
take,
right.
take
Max 2, shall I?
Yes, please.
Oh.
The hottest hot dog contest was in 2010 with 101 degrees.
Ew.
Oh, you're talking about for like the Nathan's hot dog
Yes.
eating contest? I was gonna
Yeah.
say, what if they did one in like Dubai or something? Hot dog eating contest.
Can they have? Never mind.
It wouldn't be
But-
the same one, but it's just like 2 people having a contest.
Do you happen to know
hotter.
what the temp was this year?
I believe it was actually a cooler one in the mid to
Oh.
upper 70s.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's nice.
I could be wrong, but
So you're
Mark,
close.
I'm
Wait, give him a big X. Yes!
Yes.
Sound effects come free, Mark.
Man.
Wow. All right, let's
All
get
right,
everybody
let's
back
move
in a
along.
cheerier mood. Our favorite segment is going to be coming up next. We got our top 3 here on Off the Radar.
Our top 3.
But before we get there, do you have a question?
I do have a question.
We're bringing back trivia, guys.
Oh.
You
Just
guys-
one
You ready?
question, right?
Max 2, please.
Okay, let's
again.
pay attention here. We're going to ask the question now.
Ryan and your nerd voice.
Nah, what is the name of the first full moon after the autumn equinox?
And
We're going to have the
I'll-
answer for you in 2 minutes. Take your guess and put your phone away.
Hey, Google.
No,
I say it?
Alexis.
Oh.
Can I say
We'll
it?
be right back.
No,
Get off
hold
that
on,
computer.
hold on.
Sorry.
But
I-
stay on your
Sorry.
TV.
All right, so by now you probably already Googled it, you little cheaters out there. But we'll do it
Alexis.
anyway.
Alexis.
Oh, Alexis didn't?
I didn't. I promise.
So proud.
Sure you didn't. All right, let's go to the question again.
So-
real quick, refresh you. What is the name of the first full moon after the autumn equinox.
And here is a hint.
I don't need a hint.
I do.
I needed to pull back up because I
sorry.
can't read it. The farmers once relied on this moonlight to gather crops late into the night.
Oh,
Harvest
yeah, this
moon?
is easy.
Oh, harvest.
This is the
That makes
pumpkin
sense.
spice moon.
Yes.
spice.
Good job, Ryan. How'd
Thank
you
you.
know?
Well, farmers back in colonial America would go down to the pub and get a pint of pumpkin spice ale.
they
That's
get
what they
their
would do.
PSLs.
Yeah.
PSA.
Oh, that
Pumpkin
wasn't
spice
right.
ale.
Oh, sorry, PSAs. But yes, it's the hunter's moon or the harvest moon.
Interesting.
There you go. Mark, did you know that one?
No.
Now
I was
we
thinking
know.
blood moon or something.
Oh.
Good one.
That's a
okay.
good
That
guess.
one. All right, are you guys ready for our top 3?
Let's do it.
So
ready. Viral
Let's
weather
jump right
videos.
into it. You do a good job scouring the internet, so where are we heading first off today?
Where are we heading? First off, we are heading to.
By the way, I just saw Tim Miller walk through the studio. Tim, your prediction was wrong for the weather. Okay, let's go.
He's not even mic'd up. Don't get. Okay. Anyways, we are heading to southwestern California.
Wow, look at that cauliflower.
They have
Oh,
a bunch
wait.
of waves.
There's bugs in the
Some
cauliflower.
big wa-
There's bugs in the cauliflower.
oh, okay.
Speaking of cold water, I've never touched the Pacific Ocean.
That is
I
cold.
haven't either.
I have.
Really?
Cold, cold, cold.
I've heard it's cold.
It's
It's cold.
chilly.
It's cold.
Because the
I've
way that
only,
it's.
yeah, I've touched the Pacific Ocean on the Washington side of it, but not like the California side, like warmer.
It's all the same side.
Well, I know,
You're good.
but I mean, like, it's just so much warmer in
I
California.
almost jumped out of the box.
Dude, like, he's always coming for me. I can't.
Oh, I'm just
Wow.
saying it's the same side. Like, I
I
don't
touched
know.
it
What do you
too.
mean different side? It could
There's
be
a
the same.
state line, okay.
I haven't even seen it, so.
Yeah,
It's like-
I actually haven't seen it.
It's like touching what part of Lake Erie? The Ohio side, the Pennsylvania side, or the New York side?
It's all wet.
Michigan side? Exactly. Anyways, number 2 is
Or
taking
Lake
us
Michigan.
to
Huron.
Texas.
Whoa.
We saw a couple of these
I feel
a
like there's
couple
been
weeks ago.
so many of these this year.
Now this is on the other side.
This is a different type
This is
of water.
the Atlantic.
No, it's not. It's the Gulf.
The Gulf.
Well, the Gulf is a part of the Atlantic.
It's different.
They don't seem very concerned there.
Oh, that looks like it's a far way off. They probably don't even realize it's there. The people
one person
obviously
does.
shooting dudes, the people out there swimming.
Whoa.
It's like, hello. Anyways, number 3.
Cool. That was a nice shot.
This one's a very interesting one, and I want you guys to take a guess.
Oh boy.
So I'll give you a hint. A big event happened around this time, a couple
think I
years
know.
ago.
Oh, a couple years ago.
I know because I can see it.
The eclipse.
Around this time
Come on,
in September.
man.
I was thinking about the one in Kentucky or whatever.
That is
What
true.
happened
How
here?
about Hurricane Katrina?
Oh.
It was the 20th anniversary
Yes.
earlier this week.
Yeah.
Some very interesting and unfortunately devastating video.
Freshman year of college. This was a big memory for me. Then watching the footage on CNN and watching the satellite imagery of that thing coming ashore, then watching the levee get breached. Wow.
Ugh.
So
Those
crazy.
reporters and the crazy weather, trying to
Well,
keep their
we're-
balance.
And we're glad that hurricane season has been significantly quieter this season.
We are glad
Yeah.
Tim Miller's prediction has been wrong so far.
Thank goodness.
Exactly.
Tiffany, is Tim Miller still back there?
No, he
No,
walked
he
out.
walked
Left,
away.
man.
Sorry, Tim. He watches every week though, so he'll get our apology. Sorry, Tim.
Tim.
That's right.
It's okay.
Oh, this has been fun. This is good. We added a little weather geekery this week again. That
We
was nice.
did. I love
liked
talking
it.
about fall and summer and the leaves changing and pumpkin spice. And
Let's go get a pumpkin cream cold brew.
Oh,
I
that
don't even
sounds
know what you
good.
just said.
Then take a polar plunge.
They're better than PSLs.
there we go.
in my
Okay,
opinion.
Alexis and I will go get our pumpkin cream cold brew. You can go.
I'll
We'll
go
get
get
our
some
hard
apple cider.
cider
Well, I'll get
with
some apple
cinnamon.
cider.
Ooh, oh,
Honey
I'll take
crisp
the cider.
apples.
I'm looking forward to fall time and Off the Radar. We're gonna have some good stuff to talk about.
and
Yeah,
that's
we
what I was about to say. There's
Here
going to
comes
be
the
some
flannel.
really fun fall episodes coming up these next few weeks, so you definitely don't want to miss it.
Apple
Should we give a
cider.
little hint for next week's episode, Ryan?
Nope. We just say goodbye this week. Have a great week here from Off the Radar. Goodbye.